Hey everyone, this is Brian Drury of Overcoming Graduation, and today I wanted to bring you a quick message, and that message is this: the value in repeating mistakes. Many times when we look at the things we do, when we make the same mistake over and over and over again, we often think that's a bad thing, it's the worst thing, we get really frustrated with ourselves. And where we can see this really frequently, it's often where I would see it the most, is relationships. People go, why do I keep texting that person when I said I wouldn't anymore? Why do I keep going back to them? Why do I keep looking for that comfort when I know it's not the right relationship? And this expands out to everything else. This could be in business. This could be in something new that you're learning. Maybe it's jujitsu. Maybe every time you go to class, you keep getting choked out the same way. And you're like, man, what is the value in this? Well, sometimes we need to be reminded over and over and over again to really deeply reinforce how much we don't ever want to repeat that mistake again. And that can be in relationships. And this hits home for me as I'm thinking about it, where there were things I did over and over. I kept repeating. I kept being the same person in that situation. And then I found myself with the same results. And I would sit back and look at myself frustrated, go, Brian, really, what were you expecting? You've done this dozens of times, however many times. You've done this plenty of times before, and yet you thought this one was going to be different? You thought this was just going to turn around magically? What did you think? You just would be able to get a different result doing the same thing over and over and over. And many times we'll go, oh, okay, no, next time will be different. And it's this real weak, kind of frail commitment. The next situation comes up, whether that's drinking too much, eating too much, going after that certain type of person. And you find yourself just going, yep, here I am. Here's me. This is my identity. But what often happens when we repeat mistakes enough is that we get to a point where we reach a rock bottom moment. And many people try to avoid rock bottom. Many people try to run from it, but oftentimes that's the point where the problem gets uncomfortable enough that we're actually willing to make a change. It generally is when we reach that point, where we reach that breaking point, that we go, okay, now I'm ready to make a move. Now I'm willing to do something different. Now I'm willing to actually put in the work to get a different result in my life. And many times by repeating the same mistake over and over, you have a lot of different data points to look at to say, well, why didn't this succeed? Why did this fail? Why isn't this getting the result I want? And you can say, okay, all of these different times that I did this thing or didn't do this thing have this common factor. They had this same thing. I did that same thing. I said the same thing. I showed up the same way. Or I was in the same state. So I was drunk. I was overexcited. I was sad. So I had bad judgment. When we have a lot of different experiences to pull from, even if they're negative, that means we have a lot more data that we can choose from and learn from. And then we can see what's the appropriate action to take next, to move forward, to move on, and to make some positive progress in our lives. So that is the message for today, guys. I hope this was beneficial. I hope it helped you. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you get these videos as soon as they come out. And if you're interested in joining the Most Productive Hour accountability group to get daily accountability, get more effective on prioritizing your goals daily and getting them done while joining a like-minded community, check out the link in the description or visit overcominggraduation.com/mph. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being a part of this. And I'll be talking to you again real soon.